Bob graduated with a BA in education from North Texas State University and taught in the Fort Worth ISD before joining the Air Force. He was active duty for 4 years, during which time he received his MBA from Western New England College and his master's degree in education from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. I'm a Texan, I can't say Massachusetts. Is that Bob then spent the next 20 years, and I have to apologize to you, I don't know what DOD civilian is. Am I saying?
Department of Defense.
Department of Defense civilian with the Air Force, and he was working in Alaska, Colorado, Germany, and England. After retiring, he made it back to his beloved Lake Worth and began working on ideas of how to improve the lake. His desires for improvements initiated steering committees such as NA South Lake Worth and the Lake Worth Dredging Alliance, working on a vision plan for dredging the lake. Bob's hobbies include sailing, skiing, kayaking, canoeing, and if he has to leave Lake Worth, he loves to cruise. And story has it there's a daily nap in there somewhere. In June of 2012, he formed a 10-member Centennial Committee to plan, gather resources, and implement a year-long calendar of events designed to honor the past and to protect the future of Lake Worth. Help me give a big Lake Worth welcome to Mr. Bob Crow.
Thank you, and wow, what a prestigious group we've got here today. I didn't realize how many people are going to be here, or the depth of you guys' experience and so forth. Wow, I'm humbled. I'm glad to be here. Obviously, Lake Worth being 100 years old, we decided that it would be appropriate to have a celebration. Because we like to have celebrations anyway, so why not have a big one? You'll see on your table in front of you the year-long schedule of events. I'll point out a few of those to you. On the top of that sheet, most importantly, is that mic is a little weird, isn't it?
If you back up a little bit, just back up. You know.
Would that be better?
There you go.
Anyway, at the top of the sheet is our website. We're very proud of our website, and the wonderful part is, as events may change from time to time, we can keep the website updated more quickly than we can the paper, of course. Also, I'll mention a shout out to our wonderful, wonderful sponsors. I heard that you're from Steel Freeman, yes? All right, hey. Casino Beach, a couple of our other sponsors really deserve mention, and that is the Lake Worth Lake Worth Area Historical Society. That we partnered with them. Also, the Fort Worth Nature Center and Refuge, we partnered with them, and then Michael Patterson, who's developing Casino Beach. They're of course a wonderful partner. I should mention, in case any of you have seen one of the previous 4 versions of this schedule, there's one major change, and that is on the 20th of September, we had anticipated and planned for, and we're driving forward to have our big celebration on the 20th of September at Casino Beach Park. We're still going to have a big celebration. We're still going to have it at Casino Beach Park, but it's not going to happen on 20th September because it's going to all the construction. Bottom line, the construction kept being pushed back, and therefore we said, okay, we'll just wait for the grand opening of the Centennial Casino Beach Park, and we'll have our big festival at that time. Meanwhile, on 20th September, we will be having a ski show, water ski show, at the Fort Worth Boat and Ski Club. So anyway, we invite you guys to all come out, enjoy the celebration with us. We've designed activities that would have a wide appeal to the world. So come join us. I should also take this opportunity as a fan of the history of Lake Worth, so I'm going to point out, you know what?
There you go.
I'm going to point out some of the books that have Luana Malden, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if you've seen her book before, but that's it's got obviously very interesting history of the city of Lake Worth, as well as a lot of all those little tabs are little photographs and strips about the lake itself. Fort Worth Parks as well. When they had their 150-year celebration, they commissioned to have Lady Susan Klein do a book on Lake Worth, and so again, these little tabs indicate specific. Well, it's a parks book, but it's got a lot of Lake Worth in it. That's what it amounts to. Quentin McGowan, we know. Does everybody not know Quentin McGowan? Historian, author, and so forth. Also, when he did a book in Fort Worth, Lake Worth is his favorite. So these books, I just invite you to take a look at those books. I'll throw them on the table back here. And if you're interested in the history at all, they're available. Also, there's one other one that was when Fort Worth was 150 years old. Quentin McGowan also put a very nice article about the history of the lake, et cetera, et cetera. At that, that's all I think of, unless anybody has specific questions. Otherwise, yes.
Are you charging for all these events? I mean,
Not a bit, no.
They're all free? Okay.
That is correct. We've been very successful in getting some very wonderful sponsors. So financially, we're in pretty good shape. We could always use more, of course, but won't turn down dollars. Yes, ma'am.
Where's the best place to view the summer solstice boat parade and then the boat parade for Christmas? Where was the good place to be able to see all that?
First one, summer solstice, 21st of June, happens on a Saturday this year. How blessed are we? The Mosque Point, I would say, is probably, but the route is planned to be from Jacksboro Highway, or the Boat and Ski Club, or Marina Park in that area. You familiar with those areas?
No, but I'll find out.
Yeah, okay. Basically, the route will be, we're anticipating we'll gather at Goat Island and then go down to Jacksboro Highway, turn and go back under the 820 bridge over to the dam, back to Goat Island, and disperse. That's kind of what the 21st looks like. And I'm going to say, again, Mosque Point would probably be as good a place as any if you're familiar with Mosque Point. Yes? No?
No, but I
Okay.
can find out.
Also,
I'll help you, Jane.
Okay, thank you.
yeah. And you asked also about the light parade.
Boat parade, yes.
Depending on, sometimes it gets weathered out, and depending on how cold it is, may have a lot of boats or not. We don't have try to have a big one this year, but Moss Point, once again, is probably a good place to view that. I should also mention that Mayor Betsy Price is leading a bicycle tour, so all you folks that have bicycles in the garage or out in the front yard or whatever, Betsy Price is going to lead a bicycle tour around the lake road and so forth. That's going to be a highlight for us. I'm sure everyone enjoys the Blue Angels, and they were, they didn't get to fly last year at all. This year they will be flying 26, 27 of April. And we were able to, work with the base and ran that as one of our events. So Yahoo, of course, 4th of July celebration, also at NESFW.
The JRB.
JRB, LMLP, yeah, those guys.
Commander's not here, we can say Farkle.
Okay, we can say
National Air Force Station Fort Worth Joint
Naval Air
Reserve
Station.
Reserve Base.
Anyway, that's what we're up to. Yes, sir.
Is the effort going to require some volunteers?
Oh, absolutely.
And if so, how do they get involved?
I'll tell you what, here, write this phone number down, 817-889-0432.
Would you do that again?
And I will point you at our volunteer coordinator. My number is 889-0432.
That's you?
That's me.
That's you, okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Kind of an unrelated thing, if you, is there an update on the dredging on the lake? Where do they stand on that?
Pretty well done. The dredging is pretty well done. They're starting to pull the pipe out. If you drive by the little fenced-in area on the west side, you'll see them. They're dragging a lot of the pipe out of the bottom. They're pretty well finished, but then they've got a smaller barge that they're going around doing some cleanup work around the lake. So, but the big dredge should be moving out of here. I'm told they've got another contract out across the country, and they're trying to get their Illinois or someplace like that. Trying to get their equipment headed in that direction, although those people are all covered up with snow anyway, so.
Did they find anything interesting when they were drinking?
That they can talk about, probably not.
Don't know.
We always suspected slot machines and old cars and body parts.
And will the Lake Worth Monster be attending this?
Oh, boy, and golly,
How did I do that? How did I do that?
yeah, of course. The Lake Worth Monster. That's another famous book, of course, and along with the Gangsters and Gamblers of Jacksboro Highway. Probably. Matter of fact, the Lake Worth Monster has skied in our ski shows in the past. He's all kinds of talented, that guy. Anything else for you? Yes, ma'am.
How successful was the dredging? I mean, is it deeper, or what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. It's going to be much, much
Paper or
better.
anything, I'm probably the Fort Worth Star Failure, probably.
Golly, it's something like 2 million, I'm thinking 2 to 3 million cubic yards of silt were dredged out. Incredible operation. But that, yes, there are areas of the lake that have been, over years and years and years, unusable. Backside of Goat Island area, we're by Silver Creek in that area and so forth. And one of the local residents and myself, a couple of months back, went with a fish finder, actually, checking depths all around and so forth, and it was beautiful. Usable. They reclaimed a lot of, probably a third of the lake. Yes, sir.
With dredging, when you take materials out, the water goes down as well. So are we still having problems with Fort Worth, with the docks and things like that?
Well, let me clarify. Tarrant Regional Water District owns the water. And they, so to speak, they manage the water at any rate, and the city owns the ground underneath. And so the lake levels are controlled totally, of course, by Tarrant Regional Water District. And we're at a minimal level, and they like to keep it at a minimal level because of evaporation. The more they raise it, the more evaporation. And during these times of drought, yeah. During these times of drought, they like to keep them as low as possible, etc. But it's still usable. The whole intent was to try to get as much of the lake as possible at a 6-foot depth. It's up here somewhere. A 6-foot depth when the lake is at its lowest. And we're about 3.5 feet low. So when hopefully if we get spring rains, we fill the lake up, then we're talking 9.5 feet. A very, very usable lake. But it's intended to be 6 foot's not a bad depth.
No.
Not bad at all, so.
Unless you have 5.5-foot tall stumps.
Well, and they did have to go back, and they went back after the fact and
Knocked a few out.
Lake Worth Management Office went and dredged, or dragged, they cut the drag line and located a lot of stumps that had been missed and so forth, that the, when they did their, whatever they call the thing, some kind of survey, a geometric survey or some such thing. It didn't pick up all the stumps, but they picked them up by drag lines. So overall, all in all, it ought to be just a whole lot better than it ever has been before. Maybe it'll be a little cleaner. Get a little spring rain, it'll be full. Everybody be happy. Else? All right, all right. Thank you.
Bob, we actually have a little gift for you. We have all the business cards for everybody that showed up today. And then our Lake Worth Albertsons always does us a little pretty cookie for our speakers donated by Albertsons. We appreciate you coming and letting us know about everything. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.